welcome to the ITTF Mixed Team World Cup. Coming to you live, it's Chengdu 2025 edition, the third edition and the first edition since it's been announced for the Olympic Games come 2028 Los Angeles. We're right here inside the Sichuan Gymnasium, and we've got lots of surprises for you. VIPs galore in store. I'm Adam Bobrow, and alongside me looking sharp, you'll have a chance to see on court later on after this team matchup, Fraser Riley. Welcome, Fraser.
Thank you very much, Adam. I appreciate the compliment. Cannot wait for this match right now.
Exciting times. We've got a battle between Sweden and Croatia, both of whom qualified to be in the final 8. And at this point, I'll be very curious to see what the best they can do, but we've got some interesting even matchups here. It should be quite a fight.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We'll be starting off with the mixed doubles, then going to the women's singles, then we'll have the men's doubles. Could Croatia take it to a match 4 or potentially even a match 5? I think Sweden are coming in as the slight favourites, even without Troels Moregard.
I think that is a fair assessment. You're not alone in that, although the Croatians did quite well against India, who did quite well against Japan. So you really never know. On any given day, we've got a mixed lineup. So Sweden and Croatia will be starting in just over 3 minutes. We've got pandas in the house, we've got VIPs in the house, we've got VI pandas in the house, we've got MCs in the house. All the letters are here. So get whatever you need to enjoy what could be 2 hours of entertainment to come. Here's a look at the standings right now. China at the top of the food chain with 10 points. Japan and Germany are tied right there, although it does say second for Japan, so maybe just in points overall. Korea Republic at 7 points. Team Hong Kong, China in 5th with 7 points as well. Croatia and Sweden just trying to leapfrog each other, and France will be battling against Japan. That should be quite interesting. I don't know how much to say about it, but all I'll say is when ours finishes, if ours finishes first, I might stay to watch that.
Me too. I think I won't be able to help myself, Adam. I'd love to see the LeBron brothers take on the likes of Matsushima and Tagami in the men's, and with the women's, you know, you've got Hayata, you've got Haramoto, Ito, taking on, you know, some quality players on the other side. So we've got a fantastic second session today here in stage number 2.
That's right, it's the final day of the second stage, which means after today, tomorrow, we only have 4 teams left. This is where it becomes elimination. After this, stage 3, semifinals, then a battle for 3rd place and a battle for 1st place. But I don't want to get in the way of the music here. I want you to enjoy, so get pumped, get ready for Sweden versus Croatia.
好，现在来试试我们一起的分贝的时间，准备好了吗？让我们一起倒数，5、4、3、2、1 ，Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, the ITTF Mixed Team World Cup Chengdu 2025, presented by China Telecom, Stage 2。
女士们、先生们，由中国电信呈现的2025年成都国际乒联混合团体世界杯第2阶段的比赛即将开始。
Let's welcome the players.
让我们欢迎运动员入场。
Table 1.
1号台
Team Croatia.
克罗地亚队。
So here they come, Team Croatia. And while I have nothing but compliments for a team that has impressed me from the start of this event, I have another update. I will no longer call Sweden the slight favorites. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Ivor Ban on the far right will start off in the mixed doubles. Mattea Jaeger, should it come down to a fourth match, well, she'd be involved. Frane Kojic with the claw wave. Ivana Malobovic, a chopping sensation. Tomislav Pucan, who has a wonderful record against the player he will play in the third match. Hanna Arapovic, she'll be starting off with Ivor Ban. And then we have none other than Lea Rakovac, who also has a winning record against the player she's playing. So Croatia has winning records across the singles matches. And in doubles, we've seen how strong they've been. But it's going to be up to Team Sweden. This could be an incredibly tight fight. On the far right, we've got Matthias Falk, a world champion in men's doubles in 2021. Filippa Bergan, right behind him, 26-year-old. Christian Carlsen, oh, sweet crosshairs, whatever. Oh, I got to hear what that was. He's got a wonderful sense of humor. Stina Kjellberg, wonderful to play, has been doing wonderful to watch play. She's been doing incredibly well. She's wonderful to play as well. Anton Kjellberg behind her. Oh, boxing it up, spicing it up a little bit. Could that be that the pressure's off a little bit, as it's unlikely, potentially mathematically impossible for both of these teams to extend and make it to the next round? Well, time will tell. Here's the lineup. Mixed doubles with Stina and Christian versus Ivor and Hanna. Linda and Leia. After that, Anton and Tomislav. Then the women, and then the men in the fifth. Now, if you've been watching table tennis religiously, like Fraser and I have, you might consider Sweden the strong favorites, but if you're doing your research and look at Croatia, they're head-to-head, we'll get to that in a bit. The results here, win over Australia, win over India, 8-6 was quite a big one, because India took China to a fifth and deciding match at the World Champs in the women, and the men they've had 6 men inside the top 100 starting 2017. Sweden on the other side. Anything that really stood out for you in terms of Sweden?
In terms of Sweden, I wouldn't say so. I think that, overall they've played pretty solidly. It's been nice to see the Kjellbergs pair up in mixed doubles, because normally it's Christina Kjellberg with Christian Carlsen, and they're a top 10 pair in the world. I think without George Moregard, they've played pretty respectively, but it has really been a big blow for them missing him here at the ITTF Mixed Team World Cup.
I wonder what determines when someone decides to play hair down or hair up in terms of focus, because the first time we saw her out here, hair down. The next two, it's also interesting because Adriana Diaz is always hair down, and yeah, it doesn't seem to get in the way. Fascinating.
Must admit that I'm liking the new hair colour there of Kjellberg, and the new hairdo of Tobias Bergman as well. He's gone for the short on top. Short back and sides.
Ah, yes, Coach Tobias Bermans. That's right. And even shorter hair on the Croatian coach's side.
Yeah.
Looking slick. A little double 007. Because there are two of them.
014.
That's right. Good times. So here we go. Stina Kjellberg on the left. Christian Carlsen by her side. Ivor Ban on the left for Croatia. Hanna Arapovic. Righty-lefty combo on both sides. Again, pairs that have been in the top half of all 16 who qualified across all continents to be in this event. Coin toss time.
Black. Receive. Which side? This side. Who will serve? Ban. Ban serve.
So Ivor Ban will serve, Christian Carlsen will receive. The table has been set. They've got 2 minutes to warm up, and we've got 2 minutes to warm you up. So, if you're newer to table tennis and any doubles, mixed or otherwise, the serve must be from the right-hand side on the diagonal. That's the only time you must serve diagonally. That said, players will alternate shots every shot, and they'll signal to each other with their hands to communicate cryptically what the plan is, keeping the opponents in suspense, trying to bring an element of surprise. Our umpire, Xie Ying, for the match will be sitting in the high chair. We've had some interesting TTR calls. Whenever there's TTR, it's just so much good data, and it's so much fun. Makes you think about tactically how to use it to your advantage. Fraser, you and I have been discussing, we've seen some interesting scenarios.
There's a lot of grey area to get into, isn't there? And you know, it's going to be fascinating seeing how it unfolds in future years and how players try to use it to their advantage.
For sure. I think any loopholes you might find, tightening them up with time is just part of how things go when you live a life of improvement and you, well, you create an element of a sport, right? You make rules to a sport. Some people have to sit around and really discuss, but what if this happens? Yeah, but have you considered what about this? But someone could take advantage of that. And what if, we don't want people to do this because that would backfire and because of this. I mean, it was Tomislav Pucar we saw call the warning and lose the point, and I fully understand it now. Having talked to the referees here, Sven, thank you for that.
Bravo.
So we've got 3 games to play. If you're new to the format, you're just joining this week. First team to win 8 points, and by points, a game is worth a point for the team. It's Ivor Ban to start with the serves. Well-placed half-long heavy backspin serve from Ban takes the point. Did a ball just disappear? It's gone forever. Nah, it'll come back. Heavy spin, Stina keeps it shallow. She's caused a lot of trouble with those forehands throughout this event.
She certainly has. She's got a nice blend between creativity. We've seen her strawberry flicks from time to time, and her power. Carlsen's subtle and very powerful. Real wrestler.
1, 2.
You ever wonder if we call him that partially because of his physique, but because of that video of him wrestling in the hallway against a teammate?
I've still never seen that video. For me, it's a physique thing and a style thing.
Good to know.
3, 1.
Let her show me that.
I will. I posted it years ago, and, well, Christian just posted this serve on the back barrier, but that's okay. 3-1, the Croatians lead. Hanna on the serve. Good response to a solid flick. Inside the table, Ivor Ban using that length to reach in, and Christian fast. Strawberry, a tough place though. I think one of the most impressive things about the strawberry is when you really can't tell what's coming. But I think the placement on that made it a little bit more obvious that it wasn't going to be a Chiquita.
Yeah, she came in fairly behind the ball and came in with a slightly open racket. Just missed by a whisker, but so far doing a decent job at trying to shut down the Ban backhand, but there you saw it in full flow. I've been so impressed with his flick receive.
There are times we've seen point after point where he just can't be escaped.
Yeah. Even with underspin serves as well, short.
2, 5.
Still able to generate quite a lot of power, which is so difficult.
Good escape here.
5, 3.
I'd like to add a little bit of context real quickly. The singles match for women, Leah Rakovats has a 1-0 record against Linda Bergström. Tomislav Pucar versus Anton Kjellberg, 5-0 for Pucar.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
That's insane.
I know. Bit of a shocker. Considering how high up in the world rankings Anton's been, that he beat Wang Chuqin 3-0 and other Chinese teammates.
You wonder how Duda has a 13-1 head-to-head on Pucar now.
This is the rock, paper, scissors that is table tennis. You can go deep. We've all beaten Waldner and Ma Long if you just extend far enough, right?
Yeah. Count the steps.
Yep. 6 steps to Ma Long. 6 degrees of Ma Long. Forehand flick just behind the ball. Christian Carlsen tying it up. 3 in a row for the Swedes. And with those head-to-heads I just mentioned, that makes this mixed doubles that much more important for the Swedes to pad the scoreboard now. Power, speed, forehand as well, both wings. To be world number 321 and be this good should give, I think, fans a real sense of how many incredible players are out there.
Yeah, the depth worldwide is better than it's ever been, in my opinion, anyway. I know Timo Boll made that statement, and he seemed pretty confident about that. I mean, Ivo Ban recently beat Dan Cho in the German league. This guy's, you know, top draw player already at 22.
Just 1 year older than his partner, Hanna Arapovic, 21 years old, who will be serving now.
Nice spin variation, slowing it down, getting nice dwell. Straighting down the player who was trying to counter powerfully there.
Oh, talk about misdirection, a magician up on that table.
And the sound that he made, the Dmitry Ovtcharov-like sound, made you feel as though he was going to play a powerful ball. Nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
I like
Psych. So 9-5, 4 in a row for the Croatians.
5-9.
And it's all within the rules. It's not like he said something. Not like he formed any words.
5-9.
Though there are a lot of words that sound a lot like a lot of grunts and different sounds. So
yeah.
Fine line. Maybe not there, but somewhere. So much Dima in the sound and the breath.
6-9.
So similar, some canny. You'll probably hear it a little bit from Tomislav Bucar as well, a very backhand orientated player with similar serves to Dima.
And Arapovic coming in to deliver some goods, sets up 4 game points. I think the Bond shots have just been so powerful. She hasn't had her chance to hit many balls. One of the longer rallies in some time. 4 game points to Tibor Bond to set up the Arapovic. Well, forehand or backhand, just a third ball. A little bit off the top of the net, but she handles the heavy spin of Christian Karlsson. Good lift, gets the whole body into it. 11-6. The Croatians making their waves here, start off. And again, as I mentioned, the singles that follow this favor the Croatians in the head-to-head quite substantially. Leia's 1-0 against Linda, 3-0.
Wow, when was that meeting?
Not long ago. That was, and by not long ago, I mean 13 years ago. So, not long compared to how long humans have been on Earth and how long Earth has been in existence. Good times. Stick around. Game 2 coming right up.
Han satsar väldigt mycket så den vågar vara kylig och vänta. Och liksom om man kör sidoskruv på dig, eller fel skruv, om du får in den då, det är jävla massa skit tillbaka till henne. Ja, kör. Lite närmare.
Inget borde som verkligen skulle känna sig för energin större som inte kommer bakåt luta utan in som mot sig. Kör.
First serve. Second game. Sweden to serve. Bravo.
There it is, Sweden to start off. Opposite order of play, Stina to Hanna. Taking his chances here. Christian making a quick move.
He's got the killer instinct, Karlsson, but there. I think we'll have to see a replay to see what exactly caused the issue.
No issue here. Long push comes in wide to the backhand. Christian Karlsson knows exactly which side of the racket to go with, and everything else follows. Trying for the slow spin, but a serve well placed right near the back of that table protects the Croatian pair. Now, you might be watching at home wondering, if neither of these teams can advance, what really motivates them to fight? And I'll tell you. There's a lot on the line for a handful of reasons. World rankings will matter for seedings, for major events. As soon as it's been announced that this is part of the Olympic Games, everybody is trying to climb the rankings in this event. So, mixed doubles, all that. The seeding of your team will matter based on the rankings. So, either team that wins here is going to benefit from this in a lot of ways. Not to mention your individual rankings, whether it's singles, mixed doubles.
And the points that your team finished with, then divided by how many players played and how many wins each player in the team got. Something that I've got to clarify, but apparently there are also individual ranking points available in a way. Yeah.
So here we go, the Croatians now down after 3 points in a row for the Swedes. Oh, snaked him. From under the table. The follow through made it look like the ball was going to kick one way or another. And it did ever so slightly. Good trickery there from a player with a lot of power. Again, he's put on one of the best exhibition points I've ever seen, but you don't think of him as an exhibition player.
It's funny, in a podcast, Anton Kjellberg joked saying that Carlsen didn't have any feeling, but he does.
It's because Table Tennis Daily said something about his feeling and complimented him, and it's you don't think of him as a player. You don't see him doing chop blocks all that often. Tomahawk chop blocks, okay, but he's not exactly a Koki Niwa, Ricardo Walter type. Don't get me wrong, he's been playing incredible table tennis, especially here this week. And even in the months leading up to it, when you think about it, Matthias Falk made it all the way to the finals of the World Championships. And he's had his ups and downs, but the new generation for Sweden with Anton and Truls is here on the men's side. Christian's making his way right back in. He's been solid. Paris was huge. He was clutch. This serve, not as much. That's okay. Stina's serves have been very effective, but this is just how tough it is to serve to the Croatian pair. Even when it's Hanna, who now has the serves.
Wow. Incredible, he managed to accelerate so well, produce that much power, took it on quite low there.
And a timeout on the Swedish side after going up by quite a bit. 3 in a row now for the Croatians after being down 2-6. Swedes got something to figure out.
Vi ska bara spela en kort mittenband. Fortfarande är det
bra spel bara så vi kan det. Spelar du långt sen, försök få lite på lite sida och inte bli så rent. Man bara gasar igenom. Ja, men om man spelar precis på returspelet så att vi inte blir för rent utan man kan få lite sida i träffen.
Men jag tror att jag ska bara hålla kort mot mitten här så att jag inte kan komma så.
Som i början när du verkligen jobbar in med oss när du kommer tillbaka.
Jag sliter in dem överallt.
Momentum with the Croatians, the Swedes back at the table looking to stop this comeback. As many points as they can get. Come Olympic Games, you can imagine one with the young Stina Kjellberg, who just keeps getting better. Anton, Truls, they're gonna have a very strong team. Christian continuing the way he is. Oh, wow. That was the perfect angle to appreciate. One thing I like, there are a lot of things I like about the side angle, took a little time. The depth, you can see it here as well. Sort of the tug of war, who's closer to the table, the positioning, because you really are battling for positioning. There's just so much advantage to being closer to the table, generally speaking.
Yeah, in terms of time and taking time away from your opponents, being able to create an angle a little bit more seamlessly as well. There's so many advantages.
Yeah, list goes on and on. The women of Croatia, there are 4 on the team, more women than men here, which from the start of this event is the reason more women players are here than men by 1.
7, 2.
Yeah, I saw the list as we see Filippa Berjan, Anton Schellberg. I looked at the list and I saw 1 more woman than men, and I was like, I'm gonna find where this lies, and it was Team Croatia.
There you go.
But right now, not 1 more than either in terms of points this game on the scoreboard. 7 apiece, Croatia right back in it from 2-6 down. Rushing backhand, and he just crushes that ball down the middle.
You mentioned that, you know, Carlsen will play the occasional fanning backhand, and it was a nicely executed one. Bam, fading it. Excellent stuff there from him and the former European Under-21 champion.
Nice push deep. Deep to that backhand of Hana Arapovic. It's crazy to me. A chop from Stina. Christian getting 2 times where he had to run way around here. Gets low from under the table, puts everything into it. And Ivor Bon adds side spin to that to play it on the cross court. Yeah, the safe part of the table, but the pattern was the exact opposite of the time before. Keeping them guessing. This is the name of the game. For the first time that I recall, Croatians in front. There it is, moving into the table. We talked about the sting in Stina's game. How she's got power, touch, and everything else, but this time, one of the advantages of being much closer as she rushes in for that ball.
Yeah, just a lukewarm touch there. Not necessarily long, but high enough. She came in with the killer instinct. So this is a bit of a make it or break it now for Team Sweden in the mixed doubles.
The hands as well, the feeling, the power, both wings, the touch, and it's game point for the Croatian pair. Sounded like a warning for Stina. I imagine something related to behavior, expressing frustration. And she makes it count. Heavy spin after the ball was dropped short to the forehand before. This one half long, and she cleans up that back edge. Deuce. Alternating serves until there's a 2-point lead. Chop block from Stina to save it.
It's a tempter. It baited her in. It was high enough to tempt her in, but backspin enough to make it difficult.
So a match point saved, a game point earned. Swedes looking to level here on receive. Break off the top of the net early on from Arapovic. Capitalizing on the benefit, Ivor Bon. From that position, it's not easy to hit a winner.
No.
He's got an incredibly bright future, Ivor Bon. Another opportunity here for the Swedes after a good serve to set up. Push from, well, mid-table. Christian's been good turning that corner, getting the forehand into play.
That's classic Carlsen there. Remember 3 years ago here in Chengdu, he nearly defeated Wang Chuqin at the World Championships, a player who he has beaten before. Carlsen's so powerful.
At 11-12.
Spin takes care of business. The Swedes on the scoreboard now. It is 1 game apiece. They're tied. Croatia and Sweden, the battle is going to be a rich one. Right there at that baseline. Tough to escape. He says, hey, high five. The way he put his hand up was almost like stop, but it's like stop and high five me because we're doing great. 13-11 after being beaten by nearly double the score line in game number 1. The Croatians have a battle on their hands. Game 3, the decider, coming right up.
Idemo, sve je super, idemo!
Who will serve?
Me.
Ban. Serve again. Croatia to serve. Level.
So cashing in the timeout, the Swedes able to capture game number 2 on receive. When we get to 5 points here, we'll switch sides in order of play. That grunt, the growl, Panther-like, gets low, gets the whole body into it, and enough rotation to cause a problem.
Give him an inch, he'll take a mile, and Carlsen's been so good at brushing the shot which has come half long. Oh, great improv there from Carlsen.
Yeah, he was looking for that attack once again. I thought it was a clever serve to make it tempting but slightly shorter and get him to second guess, but still was able with those soft hands to give just back the exact same problem for Hana Arapovic. This one comes a little bit longer than intentional, you would imagine. Good pickup on the receive from Hana. So much racket speed on this, getting that drop in before to prep, recognizing early.
I was surprised to find out that Carlsen's still using an all-wood blade. I mean, the vast majority of players are using carbon, not him.
Close friend is a big fan. Christian's his favorite player, and he talks about that all the time. It's really fascinating. Strawberry well handled here. A little fortune turns into a high five after the apology. I think familiarity is important. There are a lot of ways to upgrade your game. There's new equipment all the time. And for a lot of reasons, players will. Yeah. But you want the racket to feel like an extension of your hand. You want it to be familiar. I don't want to have to relearn how to play every time I switch equipment. So I understand Christian, but yeah, there you go. Oh, the answer was so good. Wow. I want to see perfect. We're going to get to see it again. Flip kill. Carlsen's there. Hana punches it to the open table. Right there to put the last signature on the check.
In this match, we've not seen as many Evo Band flick winners is what I thought we would, but that's credit to the serving of the Swedes there. Beautiful. Chiquita.
Yeah, they've been really keen. They've had to serve to some tough pairs. Seen a lot of long serves from Stina, and another one here. She's really executed him so well. A long serve in any doubles has to be so surprising because you're serving to half of the table. It's no secret. You know which side the serve is coming to in terms of halves. Footwork tested, the chase. Stina on the run, and the Croatians ahead by 1. They'll switch sides, up 5-4, and go back to the order of play that actually favored the Swedes.
5-4.
Oh, rail slide
4,
here.
6.
This one a tiny dancer as it goes across the tight rope. That said, never came down to touch the table. One of the requirements for continuing a rally. Oh, the
4,
flick
7.
straight into the skort. This shot, cross court, watch her side swipe this. The obstacle becomes Stina, and out of reach, Christian trying to get there.
Thinking outside the box, Arapovic. Good touch there too. So drilled, so neat and tidy.
Matea Jaeger, you'll potentially be seeing should we get to the women's doubles. It basically means that one team is going to have 2 points on the scoreboard by the end of the third match. Croatia takes this. The head-to-heads favor Croatia fairly heavily. What hands, the drop from Ivor Ban, and Hana's right there, knows exactly what to do.
Such a mature performance here from these youngsters. They're taking one step at a time. They're not thinking about the open play until it gets to that stage, and that's why they've been a little bit stronger inside the table in the last few points.
Yeah, they've really been in sync. It seems that they're complementing each other's games so well, but Christian steals this one. In terms of memory, seen the hands raised in apology on the Croatian side quite a bit more. So one IOU cashed in, a few more to go, I think, for the Swedes. Lea Rakovac getting warmed up in the background there. Heavy spin on that serve. And a timeout now on the Croatian side with the opponents within 3.
Jedan moment, će se riješiti ne, to nije. Sad velika je vjerojatnost da će on biti ponovo jako rezan. Ne da će odlučiti na klase. Ti opcije, nemoj da nam se dovoljno da smo izgubili, neže si išao forsat na ovo. Bilo bi strani, ti staviš kratko, malo zabija flipove. Evo da idemo, rađe mi. Ti ako zamahneš pa staviš kratko forfu, dosta je do sad pola, a s druge strane stalno gurala je dugo. Da, ti budi spremno, doći ću biti sredinu, ovo, mirno, ti ga trzni, ti miš fintom, paralel, kako ti pa? Niskam, ovo brzo, ti manj biti spreman. Dakle, frajer ide na neko preuzimanje, do dozgora sigurno vrati. I ako je moguće prema dubljem bekom. Ili bok kojem na van. Dobro, iza toga tvoja serva. Iza toga smo uservirali, dogovoriti što mi paše, a s druge strane neće znati. Da, ali samo ti vratili. Dobro, angaš na rego, čuješ.
Coach Nevin Karkovic, Coach Šurjak Jr., the women's coach. Slightly wider head and the same haircut. Taking care of their players here to get them across the line. The Swedes making their comeback here. No timeouts left in this match. Not much time left in it either, potentially. Soft hands, Stina in perfect position there to respond to Ivor's drops. Just want to compare world rankings real quickly. Stina inside the top 100 at 94 in the world. Hana Arapovic, 10 spots behind, 104. Christian, 39 in the world. Ivor Ban, 321. And the Swedes are on the chase. In a serious way, because it is 3 game and match points for a 2-1 lead for the Croatian young pair.
And this would be insane because the Swedes, to my knowledge, are top 10 in the world in mixed doubles. This would be one of the best wins of Bana Arapovic's mixed doubles career.
Put it on the resume. They've taken down one of the top 10 in the world At 22 and 21 years old, the Croatians, if you weren't familiar before, put them on your map now. Know the names: Ivor Ban, Hana Arapovic. Croatia's been strong in table tennis, and it's always a good sign to have up-and-comers, that the youth can be this strong against an experienced pair of a 34-year-old Christian Carlsen and a 25-year-old Stina Kjellberg, both of whom have been playing some wonderful table tennis, especially in the mixed doubles event around the world. This is a strong start for the Croatians. 7 points over the Swedes after the entire 3-game battle. And the Croatians, who have the advantage in the head-to-head in the next 2 matches, are already in the lead 2-1 over Sweden.
So the Swedes, 12 in the world. They were inside the top 10. Still a ridiculously good win there for the Croatians. I know they like to make predictions, Adam, and I know normally you won't lean one way or the other. You like to stay present, and I respect that. But maybe your change of heart to Croatia, in the sense that, you know, they could be favourites, will pay off. You know what you're saying? This is more open than what a lot of people would have thought.
Yeah, I don't know. My change of heart looking at the data was simply that I can't say that I favor Sweden anymore from the start of this, more or less.
Yeah.
The data suggests, not so much my opinion, simply looking at the data, even before the first match, that Croatia has, that you might favor Croatia looking at the data. That's that. Good times. So Leah Rakovac will be coming up. She's 29 years old. She's got a lot of fight and creativity, and she'll be playing a chopper, which is always good to see. Get ready for that side spin strawberry chop, and you get ready for the women's singles battle. 3 games to come. Short.
Ono ti je odličan onaj tvoj spin kad igraš, to nijedna ne zna sredina, fintica tamo u bek. To ti je vrhunski spin, to ćeš je odstaviti sve. I od starta kad krenu na ovom prijemu, ne treba ništa spektakularno. Staviš na stol, držiš loptu, ko kak igraš na lop. Pleteš, kad dođe prava lopta, onda ju natoči. Kako je natočiš, onda je najbolje natočiti tu sredinu kad je pojaviš. Jer tu hvata, tu je solu. Najbolje kad igraš većinom kroz sredinu, a ona lopta kad ide tamo na van. Dobro? Ajmo, možemo, i to možemo. Ajmo.
So here they are, the women who will battle in singles. The defender, Linda Bergström, with long pips on the backhand. Leah Rakovac, who's been sharp as can be. She's a fighter. And again, they played relatively recently compared to the Universe's existence. Just 13 years ago, the last time they met.
Serve, which side? Okay.
Okay, coin is tossed, server is determined, sides are determined. They've got 2 minutes to warm up. A steady game here, Leah Rakovac. A lot of speed, a long stroke, fairly standard European game, but she's a fighter and she reads the ball well. And on the other side, a lot of spin variation, strong attacks. Her backhand serve and her tomahawk serve have been very effective against many. So, I'll be curious to see. Again, there have been some back and forths here. Cho Ying, our umpire for the match, fresh and ready as always. It's funny, we don't normally get this angle, realizing how many different screens they have to look at. One for TTR, the other one for scoring, the microphone. They are really good at being responsible for a lot of different tasks. What are you looking forward to most in this one, Fraser?
It's attack versus defense, and that's such a breath of fresh air to see at any level. You know, Bergström's in great form. She's already taken down the European #1 Sabina Winter, and I'm a massive fan of Rakovac, who this season got to the round of 16 of the World Championships, taking down the former Asian champion, the Hurricane, Miu Harano. So this should be an amazing match. It's been a long time since they've played, and Rakovac is an amazing player with a crazy story. I mean, try this one on for size. She took a 4-year break from table tennis, didn't play at all from 2017 until the pandemic began again. It's crazy.
I'm still trying that one on for size. I'm curious, why'd she take the break? Anything?
I believe it was personal reasons.
Okay, then I won't ask anymore. Here we go, starting off with the serve. Leah Rakovac, but the point goes to Linda Bergström. Sometimes a breath of fresh air can do you well. Rest is important. Oh, man. No time for rest on that one. Good follow-up after a short serve to the backhand.
She's a mean attacker. I was watching her against Japan. She played Miwa Haramoto. Highly recommend you watch that one back after this session finishes. You get to know a little bit about a game as well. Against attack. It'll be different here.
Oh, crushing shot. That sound was super clean. We saw a forehand flick earlier. It was Shasha, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That sounded like Shasha's flick, but it was a full stroke forehand. Try that one on for size.
So Bergstrom using long pimples.
Correct.
So she can produce a lot of backspin, but of course that's if Rakovac plays a lot of topspin into it.
Yeah, we can put produce in quotes there.
Yeah, I guess it's reversing the spin, so it's not really producing it, it's...
Ready to hate me?
You go on.
We can put reverse in quotes there.
God.
No, I know what you mean.
Stop
for
it.
Sure. Well, because the spin is actually continuing.
Yeah, true.
You're just giving back all the topspin. It's coming back as backspin.
Producing a different spin. But the spin's
producing. Oh, man, Linda Betterstrom here. Okay, back to the score line. She's trailing by 1. Her service game is strong. She does give a lot of variation in her chopping game. Ooh, okay. Little break off the net here. Rakovac's doing what she can to try to get the racket on it. Well, the racket's still in control of the hand.
What are you thinking?
You don't want to know.
Okay. I'll ask no more questions.
Yeah, I'll tell you later. 5 serving for Leah Rakovac, doing a wonderful job here. Again, she's 1-0, but the last time they played 13 years ago. Oh, man, deja vu. Testing that net all around. If she does this one more time, you can't call it luck anymore. We'll find the video of her in the practice hall hitting nets.
And the fact that it's still 5-all, that's encouraging for Rakovac. Ooh.
That sound, once again, as clean as can be. If it weren't for the chance of thousands of fans, this place seats about 9,500 fans. And most of them are very vocal to support their players. Interestingly enough, I can put their players in quotes because anybody who's playing against Japan is their player.
True.
I just looked in the arena. I'm like, is Hong Kong, China playing? No. Oh, it's just that Japan is playing and someone must be playing against them. Because that's how adversarial sports work.
When Croatia took on Japan, actually, it was great to see the reaction to the Croatians. They were on cloud 9. I mean, they never had that many people supporting them before in their lives. You won't get this kind of atmosphere outside of China, folks.
And someone offers you a seat at their table inside the buffet, you accept. Back in front, Linda Betterstrom up by 2. They've been leapfrogging each other on this scoreboard. This is the type of point that makes you want to find your nearest local chopper and go play a match. The tactics needed, the movement, the length of this rally. Look how open that racket face is. And that was just a finishing shot. Rakovac's handled a lot of attacks throughout that. Good variation. Surprise on the deep pushes to the backhand.
Ooh, well.
1 IOU cashed in. Another one to go.
That was a nasty tomahawk serve there as well.
Going back to the backhand, one of her 2 most effective serves. So Rakovacs level once again. Just thinking about that backhand serve, and when Linda serves it long to the backhand, right into the crossover from time to time. Anything to set up a quick attack here and there. But it depends. Tactically speaking, she's got a long list of options. Rakovacs, you could argue, even longer, being able to produce more spin on both sides of her racket. As demonstrated here, the step around commitment. Remember, she's taller than average. The Croatians, as we see Ivor Ban, some bigger players. Matea Jaeger, a little bit closer to average. But yeah, the length, pros and cons. Against a chopper, a little bit more racket speed there. Someone sends it wide to the forehand after having you step around, as many do against chops. A little easier to cover.
I think she's grown in confidence throughout this game with the forehand, but you know, Bergström's chops are coming at you with some pace. You don't have as much time on your hands as what you may think, especially against a defender of this level.
Yeah, different camera angles give us different perspectives and feelings about how fast that ball is moving, but a lot of these are like darts. They just come in so fast, so flat. But soft hands as Rakovacs sets up a game point. Remember, Croatia's leading 2-1 coming into this women's singles. This match is 13 years in the making. It's Bergström looking to get revenge, but she's trailing a game point. What a return! The power, as fast as that was, and what looked like a tomahawk receive, a tomahawk chop block on the forehand. Rip, she wasn't far back at all, adds a little bit of side spin on it, just enough to make it awkwardly bend through the middle. That was big. 11-9, Rakovacs rocking on, takes game 1.
Och så ha den alternativ som första bollen på den första mot på den här. Så tror jag de kör nästan bara halvlång, alla kör halvlånga. Så att 2 alternativ, antingen så väntar du lite längre så kan du spela den under bordet så du inte riktigt ser bollträffen. Eller så tar du ett kliv fram och är lite snabbare på den. För att kunna få 2 olika tempon i den returen. Den raka vägen tror jag är jättebra. Så kommer du skära backar och sen kan du komma in emellan på den. Det är de här 50-50 lägen. Skruven också för spelar du skruv. Då är ganska så här. Om du spelar över så kan vi ta en till. Kör vi. Kom igen Linda.
Back for game 2, Bergström with the serve, tomahawk to start it off. Break early on, Rakovacs quick to acknowledge. But again, that's just her second IOU. So, cashed in, leveled out. Thinking of the best choppers in the game, and with Han Ying and Honoka Hashimoto, Han Ying has a relaxed way about her. On the scale, Linda's closer to the Honoka side in terms of her active play. Just the feeling that she could snap an attack at any given moment. Han Ying just looks so smooth and casual. Interesting.
Yeah, Han Ying can chop on both sides. I mean, Bergström probably can as well, but you just don't see it as often from her. She'd rather fish or find a forehand counter.
It just seems like she's very active. She's very fast. Not vertical was the warning. The Croatian learned before not to call a warning because then it's a question of doubt becoming fact. It could cost you the point. Meaning an umpire warns you because they're not sure, but they think. if they feel confident, no warning is needed. If you see a fault, you say fault. And it's often a little bit blindsiding for a player because they're used to getting warned first, but not an obligation.
It's good to explain that because a lot of fans sometimes ask, well, why weren't they cautioned before? You don't need to.
Yeah, that's right. Spend plenty of time in the comments sections working on that, but yeah, it's just nice to know what people want to know. Oh, back edge of the table as Rakovac gets a faint clipping there.
Maybe now the look has evened out a little bit. Bergstrom got a couple of rollers in the first game.
Some clips that dribbled. And now Rakovac's in front. Smart placement into that crossover. Just like anybody else, there's a midsection for all players using two sides of the racket. Fuyu can cover it, racket head down. So a timeout now, called here on the Swedish side. Linda Bergström trailing by 3.
Helt borta, jag kan inte koncentrera mig.
Jag tror du skulle kunna försöka få in lite mer. Det där nabben var hon fan. Nu gör hon det ganska tillbaka ser det ut som. Om du verkligen vill prova någon också i spel för att bara för att förstöra rytmen lite grann. Att testa på någon slags någon när det blir att hon bara skär det här vanliga så får inte känna sig så bekväm med det.
Skär ut eller så, eller springer ju runt och springer innan jag har slagit.
Så när du kör över nu, hon kör ju ofta att hon lyfter den här.
Kad god možeš prvu natoči u sredini. A možda ćeš i dobiti, ne? Pogledaj kakva je lopta. Glavno je poslije toga kad uđe spin u forehand, ona ti uvijek preuzima kroz... Nemoj to stati i čeka da će se završiti. Znači, preuzme spin, budi u ritmu, ne ono pipkat, znaš, ono. Možeš pipkat, ali da je noge ubaciš, da ne bude statično. Kužiš? Znači, pozicija serva. Ajmo.
Ajde, ajde.
5-2.
So back from the timeout, Bergström looking to get back in this. Needs some points. By the way, apologies if I've confused anyone. It's just because I was confused myself. It turns out tomorrow has plenty of matches still in stage 2, including China versus Japan. Oh, the finisher with the long pips following her shot 2 right out of the timeout.
Strawberry to produce some top spin. Well, maybe not, but it was popped up.
Yeah, less backspin, let's say.
Yeah.
A little bit of side spin in place of underspin. But that is a good question, right? A strawberry shot could have topspin, and if it does come off the pips, it would take a lot of lift. But any variation there does cause trouble for the receiving player, the person handling that chop, for how much to open their racket in response.
Great topspin there from the Croatian. In front again here. The momentum still with Bergström since the timeout, so that was a bit of respite there for her.
Reverse pendulum on the parallel to the forehand side. Mixing it up, reminding the opponent that she never knows what's coming. You can't. It's an important element of having such a variety of serves. Funny thing is, you look at Ma Long, most of his serves, pendulum, Kanak jaw, but the subtleties, well, this is something subtle.
5-8.
in terms of how much it missed by, at least on the near side of the table. Not so subtle on the outcome, but a gift for Rakovac.
Covers the neck cord.
Gets one back. Kill shot, the finisher. And whoosh, deep to the backhand, cross court, Linda's forehand. Gets Philippa up. A lot of work to find a winner in this rally. Side spin on that from under the table. And after all that work, the touch game, just a fine margin, a little pop-up, and the facial expression of Rakovac says it all. It's tough to just be so precise, so dialed in for what feels like about 10 to 15 shots on your side alone. Oh, nice return here, and Linda Bergström still in the picture very much.
Rakovac saw her name in lights, had a chance there, but Bergström so active.
And the timeout on the Croatian side now. Rakovac looking to finish this game successfully. The Swede getting dangerously close. Bergström down by 1.
Teško ti niti nijedno tamo da ti odigra da ti ne možeš biti paralelno. Ne kratko ali ako se viraš brzo, onda u sredini. Svaki prvi spin koji možeš, prvi igraš kroz sredinu. Ne dobila si loptu, povukla si u backhand. Prvu loptu kroz sredinu. Pogotovo ako odserviraš tu, koju ćeš odservirati. Obrnutu prema forehand. Okay. Ona ako ti primi sa forehand, postavi se sa forehand prvu loptu u sredinu. I čekaj. Igraš u glavi ti je prva lopta kroz sredinu. Ovo sve što ona lovi u strani, tu je ona doma. Ako već je povučeš prema forehandu, ako ona preuzme, budi u pripremu. Nema pipka. Ako ti dođe u backhand, ako neki put osjećaš lopta više, slobodno digni gore, rekat ko na treningu i prođi preko lopta.
Okay, Rakovac out of her timeout. Any thoughts for what she might be able to do to gain advantage?
I just think she has to be aggressive, and she's been a bit passive at times, too close to the table and caught out by the long, fast chop. She doesn't trust her backhand enough against the chops of Bergström. So I'd say it's the push game where Rakovac has just slipped a little bit here.
Well, let's see, right out of her own timeout, Linda Bergström breaking through, winning the first point out of her opponent's timeout. Oh, wow. Took a lot. Little break off the net early on. Takes a lot of work to attack a chop. You're lifting so much spin. The ball just wants to go straight down. You're hitting it forward while lifting. Oh, the net comes back. It's a fair exchange. This is karma in real time. The universe doing its work out here. As spherical as the ball itself. Not the universe so much, I guess, but
you never know.
Yeah, I never know anything, so
you do.
That's kind of me to say, I think. 9 points apiece. Or is it? I'll find out later. Somebody who knows. Okay, last two serve combination here. Leah Rakovac has it. Toss to the skies, and the voice raises high too. She's got a score that just needs one more to secure this match, to keep her record. Hey, Petra Serling's here. VIPs with the Pandas right there. Good to see Petra Serling here. She's been a huge advocate for growth of table tennis at a global scale for a long time. takes it 2-0. Rakovac will remain undefeated against Linda Bergström from a span of 13 years. 4 of those, she wasn't even playing table tennis. So, good times, Lea Rakovac. Linda Bergström looking to get 1 on the scoreboard for Sweden. It makes you wonder how much has changed. These are 2 players that are close in age. Rakovac 29, Linda Bergström 30, but taking a seat right over the break, part of the water break. How appropriate. Game 3 to follow.
Digni reketi prema naprijed, nema neke na pola. Stisneš i ovo, ne? Ako ono što ti govorim, pimpal, ako dođe baš visoka lopta, ako možeš, naravno. Prođi ko na treningu, ko kad ti neko baci minibols na bekendu. Razvuci te beken, ako ćeš moći. Ako ne, držiš pimpal i svaki spin, ako veći povučeš u formu. Ne smije biti visoki, mora biti kratki spin rotacijski, da joj ne dođe. Nema veze, samo ti vedem od starta krenut nervozno, ne damo ni jedan pojedin, dobro? Ajde, idemo!
So Rakovac's looking for a bagel if she wins this one. Bergström looking to pass the torch onto a team with a bit of momentum. Wow, the defense from Rakovac here. Linda took some serious drives at different places, even into the body on that, mixing it up, and Rakovac was everywhere she needed to be.
Some stone-cold ball striking from the Swede. Great control from Rakovac. I think she has to try and focus on how she can maybe reset during points. Oh, nothing she can do there. But what I mean by that is, you know, if there's loads of backspin on the ball, instead of having to brush it, maybe she can, you know, push or maybe play a dummy top spin. There's things you can do, you know.
It's funny, I was a little confused. I was like, you're talking about the player who's leading 2-0? Okay.
If she wants to keep this as squeaky clean. We've seen a lot of 2-0s go into 2-1s.
So I guess the more interesting question for me, Linda Bergström, what do you think she could do to get her first game on the scoreboard? What could she do to change the results? Because Rakovac so far has it figured out.
For me, as aggressive as possible with the serving. Quick chops with variation. And aggressive with the forehand. If she can get Rakovac to counter, then maybe proactively step the corner, try and get the forehand in. Bergström has to back herself with the counter. I think if she's too far away from the table, Rakovac will have the time then to maybe block, redirect with the backhand block.
Time will tell, 2 points apiece now. Bergström looking for 1 game out of this. Little break off the top of the net, but a very aggressive push with those long pips. You don't see that too often. You could argue it was outside the table, but it wasn't like a chop with the full underspin, slicing under the ball type of motion. Ooh, to follow up the strawberry choplet. Comes in with that straight chop and it clips the net and drops over. First towel break, 2-point lead here for Bergström. Nice treat for Petra Serling to see as the Swedes fight. She's from Malmö, lives there anyway. Good placement on this one, wide out of reach. Well, within reach, but uncomfortably wide anyway. Oh, that's some power. She's got the length of the table to work with, so she turns up the speed on this one.
3, 5.
Switching sides of the table here as one player has 5 in the third and final game. Remember, you're watching a mixed team World Cup, meaning the men and the women combined to make one team per association. So balance is important. The Swedes with some strong men and women, the Croatians clearly as well. I think they fly a little bit under the radar. Maybe it's just the history that Sweden has challenged China through the late 80s. But I mean, even back to the 70s. Anyway, Sweden has a rich history in table tennis. Croatia, Zoran Primorac. And a handful of others, Andre Gacina, Tomislav Pucar now, front runner on the men's side. And Leah Rakovac, her name's come up quite a lot in the last 6 months in table tennis. She's had some stunning results, some wonderful points. Monika Batra, for example, here.
Yeah, wonderful win for her. Like I say, she was close to Miwa. I think it was a 3-0, but in terms of the points, you can just see here, she's playing wise table tennis. At times, she's getting Bergstrom back with power, and then when the Swedes back there by the Chengdu logo, she's playing a shallow, slow spin to bring her in.
Right, this one really good here to get Linda back in near the table and drive it into the backhand side of the elbow. Second towel break, nothing between them in this game. Both timeouts have been called, as you see on screen. Croatia takes this, they go up 5-1. Sweden, if they take it, they're within 2. Petra, medium pips on her backhand. Had a chance to play with her on a few occasions over the years. A veteran player internationally herself. She's got game.
I'd love to play her at some point. The World Veteran Championships looks amazing. So many tables.
So many players, 2000s. Okay, but right now, we're looking at a relatively young squad. No one representing Croatia in this lineup, at least up through the first 4 matches, is over 30 years old. I love it. It's table tennis ASMR. It just sounds like it could be sampled and put into some ethereal EDM song. The effort for every shot here. I'm happy to hear it because table tennis players know what it takes to lift a good chop. Most don't know what it takes to play against Linda Bergstrom, a world-class chopper who's beaten Sabina Winter recently. That's a statement, the top European woman in the world. And as you and I both said, we think of Sabina Winter as chopper side.
Yeah. A bane of their existence. This is so impressive here from Rakovac.
She's 2 points away from a bagel. There have been a lot of sort of wins over wins. It's a game of rock, paper, scissors within the head-to-heads here. Upset after upset, creating this MC Escher-like picture of who should win in any given match. The placement was so precise in all these touch shots. Rakovac really keeping Linda from getting a few attacks in crucial moments in that rally, and it sets up 3 bagel points. There it is, a bagel, and it is 5-1 for Croatia. Leah Rakovac not only wins the match, she goes 3-0 once again, 13 years after their last international encounter. Leah Rakovac from 2012 to 2025 has not dropped a game to a player who's, well, 5 spots in front of her in the world rankings currently, and one of the top 3 choppers or so in the world at this point in time. Leah Rakovacs, hats off. What a performance out here. It's been quite a week for Leah Rakovacs, and even for Linda Bergström, but Rakovacs getting the best here.
3 points for a country against Sweden. That's huge for Leah Rakovacs. And now we'll go to the men's singles, where Putzar has a good record as well against Anton Schellberg. This is very interesting, and Sweden are going to have to try and come from behind here. They're trailing 5-1.
So there it is, Anton Schellberg coming up next against Tomislav Putzar, who's 5-0 against Anton between the years of 2013 and 2024. So as they get ready, you get yourself ready. We're going to have a coin toss and a match that could be the last, depending on how Anton performs here. We've seen him play some wonderful table tennis. Let's see if he can bring it out here today and create a first. On the left, Anton Schellberg. On the right, Tomislav Putzar.
Receive, which side?
So there it is, 2 tall players. Tomislav Putzar, from his backhand to his tight serves. He's good in the rally. He's a very unpredictable player. Adam Bobrow here alongside Fraser Riley. Fraser, what are your thoughts coming into this one?
Really looking forward to this one, Adam. You've got a really backhand-based player, a man known for the big backhand. Tomislav Putzar up against a real speedster, someone with devastating power on both wings in Anton Schellberg. I think they're both great servers, both really crisp attackers, and I think we're in for a treat.
Spectators indeed, lots to look forward to. Again, Anton, for me, a player who's been so strong. Played against Truls with a 3-0 victory in Frankfurt. Well, he's just a player that seems to be on the up and up. Speaking of which, Ivor Ban, if you weren't familiar with him before this week, if you weren't familiar with him before this week, well, you should be. By now, he's on everyone's radar. Hanna Arapovic as well. Anton, from beating Yenan back in the day, who sat beside us in commentary not long ago, to beating Wang Chuqin 3-0, is looking to keep hopes alive. He needs at least 1 game against Tomislav Putzar, and they've played some close ones over the years. So don't let that head-to-head fool you. Yes, 5-0 means that Tomislav Putzar has a good record, a strong history of beating Anton Schellberg. But if you look a little bit closer and tune in, you zoom in on that, well, Anton's got a fair shot of extending this team match. But this is another head-to-head where, by world rankings and everything you know of Anton in recent form, you'd probably favor him, not knowing the specifics of their head-to-head. After all, silver medalist in Paris, played a crucial role in Team Sweden. So, once again, back for Team Sweden, but it's Tomislav Putzar on the Croatian side. And a very strong start on the receive.
European team champion as well, in Malmö.
Hey, a lot of Malmö up in here right now.
Yeah.
Recent history, I know what's on the books for next year, on the calendar for WTT already. Shot block and a ripping backhand, but the perfect read to take that cross court.
Fantastic seeing Schellberg play the chop block all too often, but look how Putzar dealt with that. Absolutely devastating backhand.
Second bounce there on the table from Anton after a bit of a break off the net.
I imagine that Putzar's going to try his best to keep these rallies very, very short. I feel as though if Shelberg can deal with his serves. When it blossoms into the open play, he'll be able to target the crossover, target the forehand, and I do think that the Swede has the stronger forehand overall.
Could be a factor. I also think that if Tomislav Pucar makes sure that his openings have a lot of pressure, he'll be in a better position because Anton doesn't leave the table for much. It's really good right at the baseline.
And you know, his serves set up his game so well. Backhand serve from the forehand side like we see from Ovcharov. Beautiful. Tried the behind the back there, the Swede, but you know, it sets up the flick so well. If you want the third ball to be your backhand, that serve makes sense. Increases the likelihood that you can get that, especially when you serve with side and top.
3, 4.
In terms of behind the backs, I saw a Gozi behind the back winner here. I still haven't seen Ivor Bonds. I think you owe me a link to that.
I do. That was also in the mixed doubles with Arapovic. In fact, Gozi's was against them.
Wow. Just for this point, the timing. A lot of balls coming back into play from behind the table. Good stretch there. Right back into position as he tries to keep it baseline on the fish.
Outstanding reach, making use of that wingspan there, Pucar. It's a decent receive from Shelberg, backhand flip from the forehand side. And he threads it down the line, the Croatian.
Good pressure on the parallel here. Shelberg right back in it. He was trailing 2-4 at the towel break. Quality opening from the baseline right there, just to pivot a little step. And the forehand's there to put on the pressure. Fast long serve hasn't bothered Pucar much. He's been strong in the last 2 points, quickly taking the receive.
And if he does manage to win this game, then we will be going to the women's doubles in match 5 for at least a game.
He meaning Anton.
Yes.
Just wanted to clarify that for the audience out there.
7-6.
Little reminder, the score in the small font on screen, Croatia leading 5-1. So Pucar can end it if he takes this game and the next 2 to follow. But Anton with the soft hands, shortening it up just a little bit on that half-long touch receive.
Darko Jorgic, another example of a player who loves to play this kind of serve. Serving with a lot of top spin. Tough to play a power flick against it because of the ball, the Magnus effect, keeping it low and skiddy.
When you mentioned Dima earlier, I was thinking of Darko because he loves to stay on the forehand side, serve backhands and follow up. He'll mix it up quite a lot though. I think anyone who really prefers that backhand, and it's not necessarily that your backhand is stronger than your forehand. It felt like he could lob forever. They were both right at the baseline, but it's the right thing to do. The lob is the last resort. He tries to counter when he has a little bit more time after setting up this opportunity. The reason what I was going to say to finish the point, forehand and backhand. If your backhand is more effective at winning you points in battles, then okay, your forehand can still be the stronger shot.
Yeah.
But it might not be the fight you want to pick. Thea Jaeger waiting for the women's doubles. She will be playing with the woman behind her, Leah Rakabats, who you saw in very impressive form over Linda to go 3-0.
And there's that beautiful third ball flick combination from Pucar. Pinpoint precision. That serve actually had a bit of backspin, I feel, and then he took full advantage. Clinical, capitalized.
For the Croatian. Here we go. I thought you were looking for a C word. Here we go. 2 game points. Pucar. And he takes it on the first opportunity, 11-8. The leading man on the Croatian team, Tomislav Pucar, showing why he's 5-0, at least in the first game here. Takes it 11-8 over a player who's world ranked just one spot behind him at the moment. So, world rankings affected by these singles matches. And it's a match that has at most 3 games. 2 games to come, no matter what in this one.
Exakt. Men, och sen, när du väl hugger, Topp i fåren är livsfarligt alltså. Han har gått in 2 gånger och bara fläkning. Stick istället för lång i fåren eller lång i bäcken. Alltså, det är
Klippen också.
Alltså.
Någon där med det skruv.
Du kan gå med bäcken också, eller hur om det är äckligt. Så fan halvlånga och det är helt rätt och det glider ut ner på honom. Så bra matchspel alltså.
Kör Anton.
Variera så att inte bara fastnar i på den heller.
Second game. 3 down to serve. Bravo.
Back for game number 2. Anton Kjellberg at the top of the screen. Tomislav Pucar at the bottom in the lead, 1-0. A good angle on this, a little bit of time, and who's there right at the baseline to step around? None other than Anton Kjellberg.
Beautiful transition between his backhand and his forehand, keeps the bat high, stays engaged with the core, wide stance.
1-0.
Not a bad idea here. Good touch from Pucar to drop it there. Keep it just behind the net. This is something we saw a lot in some of the mixed doubles matches earlier today. Oh, what an answer. When it comes in that hot and you can strike it back down the middle of the table, hooking.
Wow.
Didn't even look like he was looking at the ball. Head was down. Beautiful backhand.
Uncontainable. Nice variation in the service game, showing the reverse pendulum. String to his bow as well. Man, it's on fire right now, Pucar.
Doesn't miss by much, but he's taking these very confident shots. Counters mid-rally, mid-distance. A little bit of time on that one, so we tried to turn it up a bit, but it seemed like he missed the contact he wanted. The reaction said that.
Perfect shot from Kjellberg there. Nice angle on the receive from Pucar, but then Kjellberg playing it into the middle of the table.
We've seen this before, full stroke forehand, a little bit of fortune for Pucar on that, but wingspan he's got no shortage of. When it comes to being in position though, that's not a wingspan thing necessarily. And it's not even always a footwork thing, it's experience. They know the patterns so well, they have clues, they know what to look for.
3-5.
This is why to a lot of the people in the comments section, they'll say, why when that person's 15 feet behind the table, does the other keep hitting it to her? Why does she keep going to the player? Well, it might look that way, but it's a player handcuffing the other who's quickly getting in position, who knows what's most likely to come.
4-5.
1 point ball game here as Anton makes his way back in. Remember, the Swedes need him now. If he can get this game and the next, things change quite a bit. It's 3-6 Sweden trailing. But that's not the picture at the moment. It is 1-6 for Sweden. And in this game, Pucar continuing to extend his lead. Or at least regain it. It's a good get on the first backhand. I thought Anton was quick to come into the table and play aggressively.
Very quick, and you need the racket speed, you need the physicality there to flick that reverse pendulum serve in such a manner. Nice control there from Kjellberg. Pucar switched it up with the serve. Went quick, went deep, got the backhand in. Seemed to be a little bit of a flatter backhand there that surprised Pucar.
Yeah, it showed up a little bit earlier than expected. A little shocking that you can move flights forward in time.
7-6.
It's always nice to be able to do that, to add at least outside of the metaphor in table tennis, that you can surprise somebody with this subtle shot that you have the confidence to say, I don't need as much spin for security right now. You're watching this in real time. This is not sped up. The comment section will say that it is, but this is just how fast and how physical these two players can play when it counts.
Well, I'll hold my hand up and admit that I was wrong. When I really thought that Kjellberg would have the upper hand in those longer rallies. Putzar, oh my goodness.
Short side of the table, picks an unlikely destination for the ball, but doesn't miss. Slips, slides, short side. Check this out on the move. That ball is beautiful. How can you find me a place where he's uncomfortable?
He wasn't nearly behind the ball there when he played the backhand. I managed to flick through fully extended.
It was the opposite of a sweet spot. That was a let me reach this, and then he reached it and aggressively spun a winner. Now from where we're sitting, we can't tell how high that ball was. From that camera angle, we will just say that it was an aggressive attempt. And a timeout here on Putzar's side. The Croatian team would like him to finish this one successfully, and I think mentally keep the pressure on Anton to keep him really struggling. Bit of momentum for the Swede.
Ti jak vidiš, osjetit moraš to. To ti moraš odlučiti. Master moj sve servuze mora biti cilj. Ja sam ne znam je li on promijenio tekst za servis. Ti promisli. Ajmo ovako. Ne može leći. Ja se složi primu koje si.
8, 9.
Something comforting about seeing familiar faces, coaches, players who've been around. Just makes you feel like you're with family when you watch. Finally, a shot that doesn't come back. That is a lot of work for 1 point, and it's right out of Tomislav Putzar's timeout.
Excellent construction. Backhand was outrageous, but Kjellberg steps in. That was a icy cold finish, which I didn't expect it to the same place again.
9-all last two-serve combination with Putzar, and it's 1 point away from winning the match for his 6th straight time to remain undefeated and to set up Croatia with a 7-1 lead. These shots, his foot, it looked like he was posing for a picture. He was on a toe there, flexing a calf, reaching across. Make a statue of this man. Get ready, 1, 2, just sliding that right leg. This is such unconventional play. It looks like self-defense. It's self-offense. And Putzar wins the match and is looking to take the team all the way through to the finish line. If he wins one more game, that will be it. It's up to Anton to pass the baton. Game number 3 could be the last. Stay right here.
Dobro, oni mi za šloku da dugo, pa je ništa tamo. I da se jednom je dobro dugo, jednom je ono stavio kratko, prvo sve to ba sam mu zavukao branio, sam je 2 puta gurno dugo, ali sam stigao. On ne mre leti. čvrsto s dvije strane. Evo, samo mogu.
Serve lane. First shot to serve. Level.
Here it is, Putzar looking to finish, Anton looking to survive.
Love one.
I've seen a fair amount of good matches over the years with Tomislav Putzar. Manav Thakur of India here this week, which is impressive considering the form Manav's been in.
1-0.
But his play this time around is just making such an impression on me. It's so impressive the way he's playing right now. Short side once again, Anton making a quality under the table opening. You can feel the optimism behind the eyes, the cheeks starting to swell, a sense of belief, cheers that are just waiting to burst out, boiling inside. And for the first time in some time, Anton's forehand doesn't come back. Doesn't miss by much either on the Croatian side. Awkward spin. Well, he might have intended to spin that slowly. The apology suggests that it came off the racket in a way that was even slower, less grip, or let's say contact, dwell time, as Fraser might say, on the backhand than he intended.
2-4.
Guarded optimism on the Croatian side still. First towel break, 2 points between them. Putzar's already used his timeout. Anton has one if he needs it. In theory, if Tomislav gets one more point, Swedish side should make that call. It's still early enough to recover, but it's a crucial game, could be the last.
That's 2-4.
In case you were curious how much spin pros could generate, or can, you saw the bounce, that second bounce. Look at that turn.
3-4.
Like the ball has a driver inside it. Traction on the tires and a sharp right turn. Muscle, hustle, and a point. Okay. The point before this saves the timeout. If there is a 3-point lead for Putzar, it's likely there will be a conversation on the Swedish side. They switch sides of the table, as this is the third and final game of this match.
5-4.
Little fortune here on the break. The backhand, the parallel here from Putzar.
Five, 6.
Okay, a bit of confidence here, a little building. Variation in the depth of the shot where it bounces, not all the way to the baseline, just changes the timing.
He does.
He calls him for hidden serve, TTR. Putzar is not afraid. Now, for me, the odds are usually in your favor, but it depends on this call. It's probably the best call you can make in terms of percentages. The real question is, can they find the camera angle that is closest to the receiver's point of view? I've been told that there's technology being worked on in China to automate or sort of reconstruct the view of the receiver so that it can consistently be as accurate as possible. And it's not just an Anton thing. Most players, most of the time, are trying to toss the ball in a way that they can contact it close to their body. This is the perfect camera angle. The ball goes behind the head. There it is. Service fault. Both sides. That's pretty cool. Wow, that's actually the first time I've ever seen them show it not only perfectly in line with the server or the receiver, but also from both angles. So Pucar with a wonderful call here, and they're up by 2, or he specifically, the Croatian.
6.
Little bit of fortune and back in front by 2. Pucar still has 2 calls. 2 incorrect calls, I should say, if he did want to challenge again. As we see that.
7, 8.
But that's our camera angle, not the receiver's. Anton with a strong forehand to follow. The tricky thing about calling a hidden serve, if it's a let, okay, you have a little bit more time. But if the ball's in play, 2 things. 1, you're thinking about trying to return it. 2, if you call it and it's not right, you lose the point because you stopped it and the ball was still in play. I think it was Jonathan Groth who won 2 in a crucial moment in the decider on TTR. And it's Pucar now with 2 bagel points, 2 team match points for Croatia to shut down Sweden. Third towel break. Croatia's had quite a week. Croatia closes the door. Pucar down the line, undefeated, a bagel over Anton Shelberg, one of the best players in the world. Croatia has a lot to be proud of. 8-1. Until you looked at the head-to-heads on paper, many would have considered Sweden to be the favorite coming into this match. And 8-1. That is quite a showing here. Croatia, props. Hats off. This team has just demonstrated what they are capable of without 2 of their top 3 men by world ranking. No Gacina here. Of course, Sweden without Truls Morgard here. But everyone else, man, this is well played. Tomislav Pucar, a whole new level of respect. And the rest of the gang, Ivor Ban, Hanna Arapovic. And even though Matea Jaeger did not come into play, Lea Rakovac, we saw bagel Linda Bergstrom. Lea Rakovac, a name you'll be hearing a lot more of if you haven't been paying close attention. You should be. A little recap here. Other than the 1 game in mixed doubles for the Swedes, that was it. It was bagels from Rakovac and Pucar. So fans and friends, family and the rest celebrating in Croatia right now. This victory here. You'll have a chance to hear from the Croatians after what's been an incredible week for them. Really strong performances. They've got more to play. Tomorrow we will finish this round. It'll be Croatia versus Team Hong Kong, China, tomorrow at 10 a.m. local time. And if you want to see a well-dressed man, Fraser Riley will be down there to conduct the interview with the Croatians. So plenty of different elements to enjoy in this post-team match interview with our winners in quite some fashion, literally and figuratively, between our interviewer and the Croatians. An 8-1 victory. What a time to be playing in front of nearly 10,000 in a stadium where table tennis is like air. Here in China, the heart of table tennis. Straight from Chengdu, Croatia takes down Sweden. So the Croatians have arrived. We're going to go down to court now to hear from the winners of this team matchup with our very own Fraser Riley.
To win here in stage number 2 as Croatia have beaten Sweden 8-1. A fantastic result for you, Croatia. You won the mixed doubles, you won the women's singles and the men's singles, all 3 matches. It was a very dominant display. How do you feel about the victory today, and what were the keys to victory for you?
Yes, we are very happy, and we are very happy that we managed to open the match very good. Because me and Hanna, we didn't play against Christina and Christian before, so we didn't know what's coming, and we opened up with 1-0, and then a little bit we fell down, played 1-1, and then won the 3rd set. It was a good boost for Lea, who won her match at the end.
恭喜克罗地亚队赢得比赛，特别是在我们的第2阶段当中，以大比分8-1赢得了瑞典队。在混双、在女单和男单的比赛当中，都是大比分赢下了。那首先，你们今天应对他们的关键是什么？战术是什么？首先一问回答，我非常高兴能够赢得今天的比赛，特别是我们今天的比赛开局是非常好的，因为我和 Hanna 之前从来没有和瑞典队的 Christina 和卡尔森交过手，在一开局的时候1-0赢下比赛，接下来是1-1平，我们也是非常高兴在第3局的时候能够赢得比赛，以2-1赢得混双比赛。
It was certainly a very, very strong performance from you guys. And how much confidence, Leia, does that give you going into tomorrow, where you'll play Hong Kong, China, and Korea?
For sure, we are happy with this win, and I think it's a big confidence from all our team. And now we will rest a little bit, and we will be ready for tomorrow for sure.
Well, looking forward to watching you play. Good luck, guys, and good luck in the next matches.
Thank you.
大家今天的表现都是非常的出色。接下来问莱雅，这样会给大家明天的比赛带来更多的信心吗？莱雅回答说，明天会对阵中国香港队和韩国队，我们非常高兴能够赢得这样的一个比赛。我们相信对整个队伍来说将会提升巨大的信心。接下来就是好好休息，为明天的比赛做好准备。
Well, I guess that's for the live audience here. Thank you, Fraser, for the interview. Thank you, Team Croatia, Ivo Orban and Lea Rakovac, for those words. We look forward to seeing them battle against Team Hong Kong, China tomorrow bright and early at 10 a.m. local time. We know they're dangerous, Team Croatia, and with Team Hong Kong, China near that edge of the line, just to see if they can qualify again. You can check the standings, the table on ITTF.com. All the results are there. And you can head over to table 2 if you want, because there's a fight right now between Team Japan and Team Korea Republic. 2 of the top teams here, top 4 seeds coming in. So, as we have lots to look forward to, including tomorrow at 12 noon local time, China and Japan, the top 2 teams will battle. You won't want to miss that one. It's been a wonderful day of action here in Chengdu, China. You've been watching the ITTF Mixed Team World Cup Chengdu 2025. On behalf of Fraser Riley and myself, Adam Bobrow, we can't wait to have you right back here for the action. So, good night, Wanan. See you tomorrow, Mingtian Jian. 3, all. 5, 6. 8, 9.